brought to you by Googly Mania. Lots of goals and a lot to talk about tonight's matches.
Getting on with a review of the earlier match played tonight in the Spartak Stadium, it was a really enjoyable game tonight where five-star Belgium ran riot to put Tunisia to the sword. Romelu Lukaku took his tally to 4 goals in this World Cup while Hazard scored 2 goals. Belgium was ahead on 5 minutes when full-back Ben Youssef lumbered into Hazard on the right-hand side of the Tunisia box, bringing him to the ground. The Chelsea player calmly converted the penalty to Ben Mustafa's left, then Munir sent Lukaku down the right flank and watched him deliver a cross, which Hazard snapped into a first-time flick. Poor control from Ali Malal on the Belgian right allowed Dries Mertens to seize possession, drive forward and navigate a precise pass left to Lukaku, whose angles were immaculate as he drove home through defender Ben Youssef's legs. On the brink of the half-time, another mistake in the possession on their right allowed De Bruyne to play a short ball to Munir, who turned in the area and played in Lukaku. He clipped the ball deftly over Ben Mustafa to score. The 4th goal came when De Bruyne lifted the ball 30 yards to Hazard, who required 2 preparatory touches. The first touch was chest control and then a right foot flick over the advancing goalkeeper and stuck it left-footed into the net.
Wow. Now, substitute Michy Batshuayi could have single-handedly added a hat-trick within 10 minutes of arriving on for Hazard. Now, his shot across the face of goal after De Bruyne had sent in him was cleared off the line initially by Mariah. He hit the bar after Ben Mustafa spilled a save to his feet, and a volley from yet another De Bruyne cross was well saved. But Batshuayi, he finally found his goal when Yannick Caraco's cross sailed over the defense and Batshuayi finally drove it home. Kazri scored for Tunisia at the death of the match, meeting substitute Nague's cross from the right, but there was no disguising the statement of intent. An emphatic message had been sent out to Belgium's next opponents.
While last night there were instances of brilliance for Leicester City striker Ahmed Musa when he scored twice against Iceland to break the hearts of Iceland and lift the crestfallen Argentinian spirits. A win for Iceland would have left Argentina with despair. Thanks to Leicester City striker Ahmed Musa, Argentina have a bit of hope to make it to the last 16.
The first half of the match was not very convincing from Nigeria. Gylfi Sigurdsson twice looked like scoring, but Nigerian goalkeeper Francis Uzoho saved. But after the start of the second half, Nigeria were much better going forward. It was as if they found a different gear going forward after their first half. The first goal came as a result of that. Now, in the 50th minute, from an Iceland long throw, Nigeria counterattacked. Victor Moses sprinted down the right wing with the ball and crossed to Musa, who controlled the ball deftly and finished beyond goalkeeper Haldorsen. Now, less than a minute later, Ahmed Musa again collected the ball and started making a mazy run, and he finally beat Haldorsen to find the back of the net again. However, Nigeria's 2-0 victory over Iceland has blown Group D wide open and keeps the World Cup dreams alive for Lionel Messi and his team.
After 2 games, Nigeria have 3 points, while Argentina and Iceland both have 1. Leaders Croatia on 6 have reached the last 16 with a match to spare. Crucially, Iceland's goal difference is marginally better than Argentina's -2, while the South Americans on -3. Goal difference is a primary decider of group ranking at the World Cup after points, unlike in the Champions League where head-to-head takes precedence.
Argentina must win this match and at the same time better Iceland's result against a Croatian team which may rest players given that their knockout spot is now secure.
To add to what you said, I would like to clarify for our viewers that if Argentina win 3-0 and Iceland win 1-0, then Argentina qualify on goal difference. If they win 2-0 and Iceland win 1-0, then Argentina would also go through, both sides would have 4 points and -1 goal difference. But Messi and company would have scored 3 goals to Iceland's 2. Of course, if Iceland draw or lose and Argentina win, then Messi's hopes of being a world champion can continue. However, if both sides win 1-0, then Iceland knock Argentina out, as their goal difference would be -1 to Argentina's -2. Iceland therefore require not only a win and for Argentina to beat Nigeria, but for the Argentina winning margin to be the same or narrower than theirs. Nigeria meanwhile will progress if they beat Argentina or if they draw and Iceland fail to win by more than 2 clear goals. Nigeria would also be likely to progress with a high scoring draw regardless of the Iceland result, as number of goals in all group matches follows goal difference in deciding the rankings. So should Nigeria draw 2-2 and Iceland win 2-0 for example, they would have the same number of points and goal differences of 0. But Nigeria would have scored 4 goals to Iceland's 3 and would progress.
Don't you think so? Whoa, my head's hurting big time. I think my head's gonna burst.
Viewers, we will now take a short breather because Abhishek needs one to decode.
I need the breather desperately to decode all of the Da Vinci Code that you gave all of us right now.
Abhishek and I will be back on Googly Goals, brought to you by Googly Mania. Don't go anywhere, stay tuned.
जिक्र जब भी जीएसटी की होती है तो नजरें ढूंढती हैं जीएसटी दोस्त विकास धनानिया को।
नमस्कार विकास जी, बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आने के लिए।
विकास धनानिया बात करते हैं पूरी जिम्मेदारी के साथ
कि यहाँ पर गुड्स को रिसीव्ड नहीं किया गया है। हाँ, लेकिन तब आपको ये प्रूफ करना पड़ेगा कि भाई हमने तो हैंड रिक्शा से मंगा लिया है।
आम आदमी जीएसटी को जानना चाहता है, लिहाजा सवालों का अंबार है। इन्हीं सवालों को समेटते हैं हमारे होस्ट राकेश। हर ट्यूसडे और फ्राइडे रात 8 बजे होस्ट राकेश और दोस्त विकास धनानिया हो जाते हैं आमने सामने, सिर्फ आपके लिए जियो बांग्ला पर। देखिए जीएसटी की बात दोस्त के साथ जियो बांग्ला पर। এটি বছরের সেই সময় যখন শহর জুড়ে সেই ছাতিম ফুলের গন্ধে মন জুড়িয়ে যায়। ঢাকের বাদ্যি, কাশফুলে ছেয়ে থাকা মাঠ, সব বাঙালির কাছে এটি একটি আলাদা জায়গা রাখে। এই দুর্গাপুজোয় জিও বাংলা থাকবে আপনার সাথে পুজোর বিভিন্ন মণ্ডপে। জিও বাংলা শারদ সম্মান 2018 সাথে নিয়ে নানা ক্ষেত্রের গুণীজনেরা পুরস্কৃত করবেন শহরের সেরা পুজোগুলিকে। সঙ্গে থাকবে অনেক উপহার। এই দুর্গাপুজোয় মেতে উঠুন জিও বাংলার সাথে। আরও জানতে চোখ রাখুন জিও বাংলায়।
Welcome back everyone. Going back to our earlier discussion, Shramana, it was a rather wonderful permutation and combination from her which completely scrambled my brain. Now, getting on with last night's match between Serbia and Switzerland, Granit Xhaka and Xherdan Shaqiri, they were the heroes for Switzerland to take the Swiss through to the last 16 of the World Cup. Shaqiri scored a stoppage time goal to ensure Switzerland's qualification to the last 16. Now, they don't call him European Messi for nothing. When the Swiss are under pressure, he usually delivers for them. In the last World Cup, Shaqiri scored a hat-trick. He scored a beautiful volley in Euro 2016. Last night in Kaliningrad, Steven Zubar played him through on goal and Shaqiri raced into the box to finish coolly through the legs of Serbian goalkeeper Stojkovic. Then he took off his jersey to race towards the sidelines and flexed his muscles to make a statement.
It started out really well for Serbia when they scored within 5 minutes of the start of the match, when Mitrovic executed a brilliant header to put the ball past goalkeeper. Jan Sommer from Dusan Tadic's cross. However, 7 minutes after halftime, Granit Xhaka from Arsenal struck a thunderbolt for Switzerland to draw the score level on 1-1 when Alexander Kolarov blocked Shaqiri's shot, but the ball fell in front of Xhaka, who struck from 25 yards out. Shaqiri attempted an audacious attempt again to narrowly miss as the goal as it clipped the post. However, Shaqiri's winning goal changed the complexion of the group, and now Switzerland needs only 1 point from their last game against Costa Rica to send Switzerland through to the last 16 of this World Cup.
Now, getting on with tonight's match between Germany and Sweden, Joachim Low cut a cool figure as he went for a jog along the beachfront on Sochi on Wednesday morning. Now, unfazed by the hordes of cameras trailing alongside him, he stopped to give the autograph and had some words of assurance for the German media. "We have a plan," he said. Germany need to have a plan, or maybe even several other plans, right?
If they are going to get out of the hole they have dug for themselves at this World Cup after a calamitous opening defeat to Mexico, they now face an all-or-nothing clash with Sweden on Saturday evening. Win and their title defense is back on. Draw or lose and the world champions can start booking their flights back to Frankfurt. For fans, media and players alike, this is a new ground. Germany had never previously lost the opening game of a tournament under Low.
Now, there were a lot of mistakes against Mexico. Roaming fullbacks left the wings exposed, and a lack of control overall in central midfield heaped more pressure on centre-backs Jerome Boateng and Mats Hummels. Communication was dreadful, and even the selection seemed wrong. Why didn't Marco Reus start? I wonder. And would Marc-Andre ter Stegen have been sharper than Manuel Neuer and have been able to rush out and assist his centre-backs more often? I wonder.
Every Tom, Dick and Harry in Germany has an answer to these questions at the moment, and everyone has a plan for Sweden. Yet I think these are small correctable problems, not big underlying ones. Mexico was a wake-up call. The communication in the team has never been better than directly after the defeat. "We don't need a second wake-up call," said Germany captain Neuer. More to the point, Germany can't afford a second wake-up call. Under Low, they have tended to drop points in the second group game of a tournament, but tonight this is not an option. Not at all.
Against Sweden, they have to win. Ideally, they would do so in style, because with Mexico now favourites to win the group, Germany may yet come face to face with Brazil in the last 16 if they progress to the last 16, that is. In any case, the last 16 is still a long way off. First, they have to beat Sweden. No more wake-up calls. This time, the plan's got to work.
Whatever the reasons for the mess against Mexico, everyone agrees it cannot be repeated. Players gathered for a frank exchange of views, and the big guns have been rolled out to make positive noises and promises.
Now, before completing tonight's program, here's a question for you. Who do you think will win tonight's game, Germany or Sweden, and by how many goals?
The Swedes may not possess the counter-attacking speed of Mexico, but they are in the business of upsets, having knocked Holland and Italy out during qualification, and Sweden is going to win this game by 2-1. Now, Abhishek, what's your take on the score tonight?
I think tonight with Reus playing for Germany, they'll be more of an attacking threat and find the back of the net against Sweden to win tonight's contest by at least 5-0.
Well, it's almost time for the match.
Yeah.
Let's go find out what happens in the match.
Shramana and me, we are signing off for tonight. Keep watching Googly Goals and like, share and subscribe Googly Mania. See you tomorrow, same time, same place.
Till now and then, take care and good night.
See you.